Okay, thanks for watching. Now in this video I'm going to do a quick video to show you how you can actually make images like this, where I've able to slap on a screenshot really easily. Now I did a video similar to this before where I actually had access to templates and stuff, but with this particular one I'm not even going to use templates, and I'm going to show you how to do it even easier than my previous video. Now this down here, let's have a look. Okay, for example, this one, I was, it's a good image, and I did a good tutorial on how to do images like this. But obviously, with this particular image, I was using a template, so you're kind of restricted depending on the templates that you can actually find. But I'm going to show you how to do almost identical results to something like this, and you can achieve pretty much anything you want simply by learning a few little tips using this software, where I'm going to show you how to create this kind of aspect ratio. You can create isometric type images. You can slap screenshots right on the monitor here, for example. You can do, you can create an aspect ratio where you can tilt and zoom in and do all kinds of things with the screenshots that you create and put in backgrounds and stuff, and have total control. This particular image I did yesterday was using the exact same templates, same techniques. I'm not using a template. Well, I'm using an image, but it doesn't really matter what images you use. All I'm simply doing is I'm slapping on screenshots of my marketing system and myself here, but keeping the aspect ratio, making it actually look really good right on the surfaces of these various sort of monitors and other things. And you'll be able to do it really easily. Okay, this is not expert stuff here. This is really easy stuff, and I'm just going to show you. For example, you could either use a website like this, where I just like this website. It's at pngtree.com. I have a paid account, but I think there are some. I think you do get the opportunity to sort of download stuff for free. Obviously, there's limitations, but a lot of the stuff on this website are sort of isometric, and you've got surfaces here that you could probably, you could easily customize, and you could put, you slap your own images on there, and doing some fancy things. Or you could just go onto Google and find any images that you have permission to use. Be careful about, using other people's images, but in this example, I can just download, for example, a laptop or whatever. Let's have a look. Something like this, for example. It looks pretty cool. I'm just going to download that, and then actually this is probably not ideal, but I mean you could just get the idea. And then if I've got a screenshot, for example, I could if you hold the shift down, you can just resize it and keep its aspect ratio so it's manageable, and then I put it in front there. Now, what I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using the, if I go to edit, the menu edit, and I use the free transform. But actually what I'm doing, I'm not really using the menu key. I'm still kind of new to this software, but what I'm actually doing is I'm just holding down the command key on my Mac. I don't know what Windows users would do, but this is how I've learned how to do this, is simply just press the command key on your keyboard, and then just keeping the command key pressed down, I'm able to just piece it to right onto the screen, onto the surface, and it sort of automatically resamples the image and makes it look really cool. So how easy was that? Okay, well, obviously I can zoom in and do a better job of it. And then I don't know, but put something else on the other screen, for example. Make sure that the layer is brought to the front. So yeah, when I learned how to do this, guys, I mean, all of a sudden my head was full of possibilities, things that you could do. Because I'm always looking for different ways on how to do some really cool things so I can show off my businesses on social media and stuff. I'm kind of rushing this, but you get the point. And let's have a look. I'll just use this again. This is obviously going to be easier because it's actually it's a flat face, so I don't have to do any sort of fancy aspect rate, changing the aspect ratio or tilting or anything like that. And then maybe I could have a background. Yeah, actually, the image that I started off with obviously is actually not technically, doesn't technically have a transparent background. That's the image that I used from Google. So this was just an example. So you get the idea, but if you obviously what you need to do is you need to download something that's with a transparent background. That's not transparent. And be careful when you go for stuff from the internet. You need to know that you're actually allowed to use it. And the other thing you can do is you don't actually have to download the image. You can actually copy the image address, go back to photo P, file, open from URL, paste that in there, and then it'll bring it in without having to download it. So you can do it directly. And then if you want, you can put in, in my case, what I'm generally doing is I'm showing off my marketing systems, letting people know that I've got, great funnels and marketing pages that I want to share with people. So people can basically get access to my marketing system for free, and that's why I like to just show off what I have available on my social media. And if you are involved with a company that you're trying to promote and you want people to see some really cool things about your company, even just results, for example, the results that you've and the success that you've created in that company, and you want to show off your back office or something like that, this is really good. So there you go. Really simple, but looks really cool. So if you were considering putting up a screenshot on your social media, before you do it, you might want to consider, okay, hold on a minute, let me do something really cool, and then just do it this way with the free software, Photo P, and slap it right on a laptop or a Surface, and it looks really cool. Okay, let me just show you how to download that. You go to File, and you can export with PNG or JPEG, and then just put it on your social media. Obviously, you can do things like text. You can do further sort of customization. Sometimes it even looks cool if you do things like this, and then you can even duplicate the layer. And do some fancy things. I don't know, but that's probably not as good as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, no, I mean, you get the idea. Maybe even make that a little bit smaller, just so it sort of looks like it's coming out. You could have others. You could have multiple different pages. So you could have the. I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to show off. But you give a sort of a 3D look about it or whatever. But the thing I like about this is that even with isometric type surfaces or isometric type graphics, there's all kinds of things you could do. Yeah, this is the image that I actually used. So if you see, this is the image that I used to create this. So yeah, it was actually very easy to do using the technique that I showed you. So as you can see, I put my face on there. I added a few extra elements from the same website. So yeah, there's all kinds of things you could do with that technique. So free transform, you can do some really fancy things. So anyway, guys, I hope this video was useful. I'm just trying to help people in my team or anyone who wants some gold nuggets to make their social media channel look just that little bit better, do some fancy things. So I'm always uploading interesting and useful tips and tricks. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and please give me a like, subscribe to my channel. Look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Cheers. Bye for now.